So I am personally well pleased, thrilled with the results of today's election, and I will give Fulton County, Georgia, an A for the great work that we've done. I'd like you to hear from the chair of our Board of Registrations and Elections, Ms. Sherry Allen.
Good evening, good evening. Yesterday I said that you were going to see the best run elections in Fulton County, and I think you have. We did have boundaries we didn't control criminal activity, but there weren't waiting lines. Things were resolved fast for voters. I personally went out to sites when there were problems and resolved them, talked to managers. I want to thank all of the poll workers, all of the poll managers, all of the monitors, all of the poll watchers, everyone who helped make this a safe, secure, transparent, and accurate election. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to introduce the chair of the State Election Board, John Rivera.
Well, I really don't do interviews, so I guess I'm going to do all of them at once tonight. My name is John Freer. I'm chairman of the State Election Board. I want to talk about the great things that I've seen, because over the last couple of weeks I've had a chance to go across Georgia, from South Georgia to North Georgia, and talk to election superintendents across the state and visit over 20 polling locations. And every one that I've been to, all I've seen is good things. I've seen some extremely dedicated poll workers, extremely dedicated superintendents and poll managers, and I am really optimistic that this may be the best election Georgia's ever held. Chairman Allen has invited me to see many polling locations in Fulton County. We went all the way from the north to the south, saw about 9 polling locations, and every one of them ran efficiently and effectively. The voters were happy, the poll managers were happy, the poll workers were happy, and when I see that happening, it makes you feel good. And the one thing, a lady told me today when I was at a poll in Gwinnett County, she said, the people that are criticizing the way the polling's going, if they would just come work a poll one time, and understand all the checks and balances that we have in Georgia to make sure that it's fair and safe election, then they would understand that we do have fair, safe, and honest elections in the state of Georgia. And I want to thank the Secretary of State's office. They've done a great job with that. I want to thank all those poll workers out there and all those election superintendents, and Chairman Allen for helping turn around what admittedly was not the greatest election in 2020, but Fulton County hopefully is going to have a great one this year. I have confidence in them, and I'm appreciative for all that they've done.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. Director of Elections, Ms. Nadine Williams.
Good evening. On behalf of the Fulton County Department of Registration and Elections, I want to extend our sincere gratitude to the poll workers and election staff for their dedication to conducting today's successful election. We want to provide a special thank you to the County Manager, Board of Commissioners, the Board of Registration and Elections, and the numerous Fulton County departments that supported us in this important effort. We planned, we prepared, and we delivered. Today, over 92,000 voters cast their ballots, adding to the 417,000 who participated in advanced voting, and more than 26,000 absentee by mails that were accepted. These numbers surpassed the total turnout for the 2020 election. Despite a few attempted disruptions, our staff and poll workers remain steadfast in their commitment to ensuring a smooth process. In regards to these disruptions, there will be 5 precincts that have to remain open past the 7 o'clock poll closing. Those locations are C.H. Gallant Elementary School, which will remain open until 7:15, Etris Darnell Community Center, which will remain open until 7:45, Lake Forest Elementary School, which will remain open until 7:10, Southwoods Arts Center, which will remain open until 7:43, and Northwood Elementary School, which will remain open until 7:45 p.m. Those dates and those locations and times are posted on our website and have been posted at the precincts. So now we are going to proceed with the election night tabulation, and we'll post final results tonight on our website when completed. You should be able to see the advanced voting and the absentee by mail results before 8 today. And again, we thank everyone who made this election possible.
All right, now our police chief of Fulton County, Georgia, Chief Gates.
Good evening. As I told you yesterday, we had 177 voting locations that we put. Hold it up. Is that better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Good evening. As I told you yesterday, we had 177 polling locations, and we placed an officer at each one. That wouldn't have been possible without the help of every law enforcement agency within Fulton County coming together to make that happen. We planned heavily for the incident of a bomb threat being called in, and it's a good thing we did, because that's the only thing that happened today was 32 bomb threats at different polling locations. 32. We were able to clear 27 of them very quickly without the need for an evacuation. 5 of them, the polls were temporarily closed down at the poll manager's request while we conducted the sweep, and they were reopened. We don't know where the threats came from at this point, and it is an active investigation, but we do intend on doing our best to locate who made the threats and prosecute them fully. Thank you.
Now, County Manager Dick Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I just want to wrap up at least 4 questions by telling you how much preparation went into tonight and today and all of the advanced voting. Starting in 2020, we began a whole-of-government approach. While the tip of the spear is Board of Registration and Election, it involved every aspect of Fulton County with a clear expectation set by our chairman and the rest of the board that we would have a tremendous experience for voters and a free and fair election, which we've obviously accomplished. Everything that went into it, from this building that you stand in, to the technology that was used, to the processes that were planned and practiced, to our leadership. And I want to give a special recognition to Nadine Williams, who has led our efforts and done a terrific job. I also, of course, want to recognize Chief Yates for his efforts working with every municipality and all the police chiefs across Fulton County to provide the safety and security necessary today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Pitts, for being our MC again today. This time we can take a few questions. Yes. Have there been any bomb threats called into this facility? Have there been any threats called in for this facility?
Not yet. Very concerned about it. But the good news is I don't have 177 other locations to worry about. Now we just have this location. And I think you saw when you came in a very heavy law enforcement presence here. We're investigating that possibility. I have not spoken to the Secretary of State today. It's been a very busy day. I have no idea. You'd have to ask him.
Any more details about the president calls and the emails and what was said?
Some were called in to 911. Some were called into the location, and some were emailed. And some were emailed. Yes, ma'am.
All right, another question?
Question?
All right.
That's it.
Great, wonderful. Were all 32 polling locations evacuated? No, they were not. 5 were evacuated.
Just for clarification, the 32, that was just Fulton County, that wasn't the entire state.
Yeah, that's just Fulton County, but they weren't all in one location. They were in all but 2 of the different cities within Fulton County, so they were all spread out throughout the county. No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. I have a question. So how were the bomb threats discovered? Was it an email? Was it like...
I think he just said that.
Yeah, telephone, email, and telephone, email, and 911 center. The 911 center received some. The locations received some, and some were emailed. You mean after the election's over? No, ma'am.
Spoke earlier today with Georgia NAACP President Gerald Briggs. He mentioned that it appears that the threats that he's heard from local officials, including some of the Fulton County commissioners, the threats were concentrated in districts and precincts that have higher concentration of black residents. Is your thoughts on that? Is that accurate? Do you think that it was targeted towards areas that have a higher concentration of black people?
Happened in every city in Fulton County. I don't know the concentrations or the precincts, what they I just don't know those. Yes, ma'am. One. I'm not in.
The question was about whether this will delay results. So 5 precincts will be open up to 45 minutes later. So there could be, for those 5 precincts, a slight delay, but we have 177 precincts that were not delayed. CNN, I think you have. Will be the first round of results will be uploaded around 8 p.m. for early voting and absentee ballots. So it's not 8 o'clock on the dot, but those you saw us processing early voting locations this afternoon. Those will still be uploaded this evening. And I think Ms. Williams mentioned we do expect to be complete tonight.
Do you have any details on, we're told that there were the 32 that were in Fulton County, there were other bomb threats called in DeKalb or that?
We couldn't speak to other counties. Sure. I don't know if Ms. Williams wants to speak to that, but I'll give you a very quick results timeline.
Okay.
So by 8 o'clock, before 8 p.m., you will see all of the advanced voting totals uploaded, as well as the absentee by mails that were received on Monday. So all that will be uploaded by 8. As far as the 177 locations this evening, they're being transported from 7 different locations. One of them is here where managers will turn in their memory cards. So those will come in increments, and our goal is to have everything uploaded hopefully by 11 p.m. But you'll see it in increments, and we'll display when it's arriving, we will make an announcement.
You said just hoping to have it all by 11 p.m. It's really hard to
I'm sorry, we're trying to upload all 177 locations by 11 p.m. if we don't have any delays. But as they arrive, we will make an announcement, and you'll see the precincts that are arriving on the display board. Yes. Of course, the numbers are subject to change because we have to make sure we have, still have absentees coming in from our offices. We still have provisionals that come in that they get verified by Friday, so they will change.
when the polls are closed, are you gonna do like an update in terms of like how many numbers came in, including like provisional ballots and things like that?
There's a new platform by the Secretary of State called Enhance. So we have to see the details on that to see exactly what it displays. But you'll be able to see exactly what precincts have arrived.
Does that distinguish for provisional ballots as well?
No, it does not.
So how do we know how many provisional ballots?
The provision is not due to be verified until Friday. Those are Friday by 5 o'clock.
So they'll be verified on Friday, but we'll know at least the amount, like how
No.
many.
No, those are not posted on the election night results.
All right. Thank you all very much. Have a great night. We need better sound system. No, we are not planning any additional briefings. We will announce, just quickly announce, hey, we're done, so it's clear, but we are not planning any additional briefings.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's got to go.
They need to call it like to ask some questions as well.
It's terrible, yeah.
It's worse tonight than it was earlier.
I know. I think they used a different system that was set up.
I actually need to get this back.
Hey, Chairman.
Okay? Yeah, good.
Melissa Sprague, 87R Deerfield Road. Let me go ahead and scan this in. Fantastic. Melissa Sprague of 87R Deerfield Road. Here is your license number. Here is your ballot.
Urban and suburban areas, and the key will end up being, the decider will be, if he continues to get 25% of the black male vote, this will be the best Republican performance in that group since at least 1960, and it will be powerful.
Okay, that's one to watch. Thank you, panel. The countdown is on to a slew of poll closings across the country, including the Big Kahuna. Pennsylvania, one of the biggest battleground prizes of the night. Our special coverage continues here on Fox next.
Hear the drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gotta take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I guess the rain's down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I guess the rain's down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
see a big lead for former President Trump. If we go to the other battleground state of North Carolina, also too soon to call. It flips there, only 2% in, and obviously waiting on the raw vote total to fill in some of the picture as we look at our Fox News voter analysis and what the raw vote total is coming in. By the way, on your screen, you'll see everything that we have coming in, every race that you may be following on the bottom of your screen and sometimes on the side.
And also it depends on whether they're starting to count with vote that came in early and then what sequence they start to, then it will shift as they start to do the day of vote in these states as well. So you're going to see a lot of very big shifts, no doubt, as we continue through the evening.
Some
Absolutely.
states do it differently.
Every state has their own unique way of doing it, which makes it really interesting to cover.
And juggle.
So meanwhile, a Democrat-leaning district in deep red Nebraska, around the Omaha area, could hold the key to the presidential race. Garrett Tenney is live in Omaha, Nebraska, with their very unique story. Hi there, Garrett.
Hey, Martha and Brett. Polls close here in just over an hour, and pretty quickly we should get a sense of where things are heading here in the 2nd Congressional District. Remember, Nebraska is not a winner-take-all state, and here in Omaha, it's known as the blue dot in this